what we know is that the infrastructure is there in many domains, many industries, and now, it's going to be accelerated. The adoption of it will be accelerated, and we're going to start seeing a lot of new things from Oculus to, the technology is really what's pushing the metaverse.
Hello everyone, and welcome to DevCat Studios' Localizing Ideas podcast series. Localizing the Metaverse is our topic for today. Hi Wissam.
Hi Rita, how are you?
How are you today?
Very good, fantastic.
So, shall we start? I have some questions for you.
Yes, definitely. I can see there's cameras today here, so I assume we're uploading this on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
Great.
Okay, my first question, Wissam, can you explain what is the Metaverse?
Definitely. Actually, I'm going to read you a small description that I got from venture capitalist Matthew Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm going to read it for you, then I'm going to explain it in more layman terms. Okay? So, the Metaverse is a massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds, which can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively unlimited number of users with an individual sense of presence and with continuity of data, such as identity, history, entitlements, objects, communications, and payments. Okay, so by that, if I was to simplify it, what they mean is that the metaverse is a virtual world, a 3D world, or multiple 3D worlds, where we project ourselves in these worlds, and we exist in these worlds as avatars or 3D characters or entities, let's say. I don't want to, lock it in one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in these worlds, what we own in these worlds the sense of identity is as real as the real world. So we will have our own identities in the virtual worlds, in the 3D worlds, and ownership over stuff, digital assets, such as, could be skins, could be digital wallets, could be cryptocurrency, could be many things. And we will ultimately live in these worlds and interact in these words together and communicate in these words, these 3D words together.
Mm-hmm.
So that is in a nutshell what he means by the metaverse.
So where is the Metaverse now? Does it exist already?
Definitely it exists. Let me give you an example, and I'm sure you know somebody in your family. My niece, for example, she's about 14.
Mm-hmm.
Since long time ago, she's been living in the metaverse. Okay, how? Well, she's very much into Fortnite and gaming, right? Gaming and Fortnite. So and before that, it was other games such as Roblox and Minecraft. Okay, so this generation grew up in the metaverse, really, in these games. Okay, so these games offer a metaverse, or they have their own virtual spaces, their 3D environments. So again, as I told you, the metaverse is multiple 3D universes. So she grew up in that, in these different 3D spaces, and for her, what she owns in these games, in Roblox, the connection she makes with her friends in these games, in Fortnite, the skins and all of that, for her, it's reality. As a matter of fact, a few years ago, maybe last year or the one before, I don't remember, it was during COVID, they did a big concert on Fortnite, and she attended it, and she was preparing to attend it. She was talking about it. She wanted to go. For her, it was her first concert, and her first boyfriend, and all of that happened in the metaverse on these platforms, in these games. So for her, it's as real as the real thing.
Yeah. This is interesting. Wissam, tell me, what does that mean to the layman, and how does it affect their lives?
Okay, so how it affects the layman's life? Well, do you remember when the internet became mainstream? Maybe you're younger than me, so I'm a bit older than you. I remember when it became. I remember life before the internet, so I know how it used to be when there was no internet. Then the internet became available for the consumer, and then it became mainstream. Okay, and when that happened, there was a big shift in civilization, and everything changed. It's changed everything from the way we communicate, the way we search for information, the way we email each other, it changed everything drastically, from payments to transactions, all of that. The internet changed it. Okay, so I remember that and I lived that. So today, the metaverse or Web 3.0 is expected to also be a new type of a big leap for mankind, right? It's gonna propel mankind into the future, and it will open up the possibilities for new things. Okay, new things in this 3D, if you want, metaverse universe, but the metaverse, right? So it will affect everything, like the internet, how it affected everything. The metaverse and Web 3.0 will change everything, or will change the way we deal with everything and everybody. So from communication, now we're used to talking, sending messages on WhatsApp and talking on WhatsApp, to I don't know what's going to happen. It's it opens up the possibilities to many things. So it's gonna change a lot for them. Now, for us as millennials and the generation that is older than us, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird, a difficult transition period. Okay, but for the new generation Alpha, for example, the newest generation, they're born into it. So this is reality for them. So going from one 3D world to another 3D world and navigating the metaverse with their digital assets will be
very normal,
the norm.
And what will the metaverse bring us?
What the metaverse bring us? Well, it will bring us a lot of new things, that's for sure. Now, what's going to happen really is that the lines between reality and virtuality will be blurred slowly, and it will become, ubiquitous computing will be more and more present in our lives. We will be integrated more and more into this metaverse without feeling it, right? Now with 5G and cloud infrastructure and all of that, even today, what accelerated that, that leap into the metaverse is really COVID. It kind of disrupted everything and the way we do things. From our meetings, how we now we don't really need to go to the office anymore, so we work from home. The technology that we adopt today is really in this virtuality. So a lot of things, the unknown, there's a lot of unknown still, but what's known is that the infrastructure, the cloud, big companies such as Google and Amazon and Alibaba and all of these tech companies, they've invested greatly. Facebook and Microsoft, they invested greatly in the technology, so that and they built the infrastructure that can support that leap into the metaverse, with 5G as well and all of that. So everything kind of now is linked together and fits together. And now we're really at the point where we're gonna see, quick acceleration into this.
Yeah, we're almost already there.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to come. I have, everybody has a vision or tries to be, creative in it. But what we know is that the infrastructure is there in many domains, many industries. And now, it's going to be accelerated. The adoption of it will be accelerated. And we're going to start seeing a lot of new things, from Oculus to, the technology is really what's pushing the metaverse.
True. Okay, I have one last question for you, Wissam.
Yes, go ahead.
Tell me, what role does the localization play in the metaverse?
Okay, great. So this is our expertise here. Okay, so you have to understand one thing, is that the metaverse, will be inclusive of multiple industries and verticals, as well as, since it's massively scaled, it will include billions of users and people that are being present in real time, and they're on always, all together at the same time. So today the internet is kind of similar to that, but still it's not as massively scaled as the metaverse, right? Because imagine billions of people that are existing in one place or specific places, interacting, communicating with each other without feeling it, like naturally, at the same time. So in different environments, in gaming, in maybe in transaction, going to the bank, going to the grocery store, this will happen all. So imagine you going to a grocery store today and having people from China and Uzbekistan and India and all at the same grocery store, right?
Communication issues.
Yeah, somebody, for example, would have a store from India in that store, and he's Indian, like he doesn't speak Arabic, but you're interested in that product and you want to buy it. So localization at best will exist everywhere in the metaverse. Okay, so in a basic level, it will solve a very important and key thing, which is communication. Okay, so without localizing communication, the metaverse will be a very difficult place to be present in. Okay. Now, if you take it a little bit further, and go into like specific industries and verticals, let's talk about entertainment, for example. You will start seeing different formats. Let's say now you watch movie on Netflix, right? This is your user experience. You go home, you open Netflix, and you watch a movie. Imagine in the metaverse, this experience of watching a movie and the way movies are made are totally different, new, that are adapted to the metaverse specifically. Okay, so here localization will come and creatively solve that communication or entertainment aspect, or localizing entertainment in the metaverse will be very specific to the metaverse. I don't know what to expect, but it's very interesting and exciting. Because what we need to do today is keep our eyes and ears open to try and see how things are evolving, so that we can, take our services, localization services, and adapt them to the metaverse and to the need of the metaverse. So localization will exist everywhere in the metaverse at different, levels and needs. And this is where really we need to keep focusing on how to add value to everyone who needs our services. So yes, localizing the metaverse starts by localizing ideas, and this is where we are positioned today to do that.
Thank you, Wissam, for your time. Thank you for bringing us new information. I hope you guys are enjoying our podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep discussing interesting topics together.